Greetings, Marie here for discussion three. The part of this chapter that I would like to talk about is social cognitive theory. Um, I don't have a classroom, so I had to think about how it applies to my current position in the workforce. And I would have to say that one of the things that I think about firsthand is my training process and personal development and how we use technology and use simulators. So the social cognitive theory is something that I observe every day at work. And although we have professional development and human resource programs that we have to complete, it's usually done, a lot of it is done like online and we use technology simulators to mimic real world experience by giving scenarios that can happen within the organization. So during this interactive simulation, it allows the person taking the course to make decisions that should align with the company's policies, regulations, code of ethics, etc. And really, what stands out to me is how the characters were interactive in the scenarios and how it allowed for me to see what would happen with what decision I make. Even though I knew the right decision, often I would kind of play around with it and see if I hit the wrong decision, how the actual characters in the simulation would respond. And I believe that it very closely mimicked what would really happen in real life, which kind of brings me to this article that I read, which was talking about social learning theories in the workplace. And it mentions that social learning theorists believe that employees can learn appropriate workplace social behaviors by observing the organization's response to the behavior of other employers. Workers do not need to perform the correct behavior in order to learn it because they are able to practice the behavior in their imagination. And I can say that I personally can agree with this. I can imagine what it would be like if I made employee of the month or year where I would get a great bonus, and I can imagine what I would do with the extra money that I would get for a bonus, or my new position of promotion and what that would look like. So there's a lot of things that you can learn by observing another employee getting rewarded, as well as the consequences that one might have if they don't do what's right by the organization, and so we can learn by that as well. It says that the principle underlies celebrity-based advertising, which assumes individuals want to copy the behavior of popular or successful people, which I personally can say that would be correct for me anyway. Also, the article mentions applying principles of social learning theory to the workplace. Training encourages instructors to include um, anecdotal stories and demonstration videos or play acting exercises to reinforce concepts of appropriate and inappropriate workplace behavior, which is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to that simulation, and how it simulated what was obviously the right responses and how to handle certain circumstances that may come up, or certain scenarios that may come up in the workplace. It also mentions social learning theory supports the concept that classroom training effectiveness improves when students admire the instructor. Trainers can take advantage of this predisposition by having guest lectures from successful employees. And you can find all of this if you want to read more on this. It is found at http dot forward slash www.ehow.com info info _8405262 _ social learning theory workplace .html. And the article was definitely something that was true for my role and what I see here in admissions. I hope this helps with the discussion question, and I look forward to reading everyone else's. Have a wonderful evening.